This is for Velvy, okay? I'm pulling, I guess, internal message first. I don't know. I'm told to get these and do 3 cards. So things for you to be paying attention to over the next year. What do you want her to be paying attention to? What is she doing right? What could be strengthened? What is... No, ain't no way you're giving a whole deck. You told me 3 cards, so let's go 3 cards. Is it this one? Right, yeah, right. Is it 3 cards from one deck? Yes. Mm-mm. 3 cards only, you said. So we got 1. Let's just do the most important here. The first card is Oshun, the machete in reverse, and then the last 2. Oh, I love these. This is the card that sold the deck for me. I always say that to people. Like, this is literally the card that sold this deck to me. I love this card. Okay, so here are the 3 things for you to be paying attention to for the next year. Some of this is what you've done well, so keep doing it more. And some of these are the things that need your attention. All right, so Oshun's machete is about radical truth, clarity, and self-awareness. So keep going forward in that. I know we were talking about that near my computer. I mean, we're all near a computer. Hold on, I'll go back to it. Hold on. So, Oshun's machete. So, wait, no, because you have to be able to read. Oh, you know what? Come up for me, please. That way I can set it where you get the replay of your own. Let me put replay. Let me change the replay. Can I change the replay right now? Okay. So, live recordings. Share live recordings with guests. After each multi-live guest, guests receive recordings. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, yeah. So, select to come up, please. That way you can get a recording. Because I don't see how to invite you. Oh, I gotta get rid of viewer wishes. Hold on. Let me get rid of viewer wishes. Get rid of viewer wishes. Get rid of viewer wishes. Sorry, didn't mean to hurt your head. Get rid of viewer wishes. As she continues to go. There we go. Hey, Suze. Let me add you to the list, girl. Okay, now try. This is our subscribers only lip reading. Yeah, So it's Velvy, Amy, Dawn, Candy, Nicole, and Suze. Oh my God, it rained and now there's little ants. I just saw 2 of those suckers trying to bring out the ant trap. Okay, so let me see if I can invite you now. I can't. I don't see you. You're going to have to request to come up. See if you can do that. Because I see Amy, I see Suze, I see Dawn, I see Nicole. You're going to have to request to come up. No, this one's Velvy. Velvy, if you can request. Oh, your account's private? Does that mean you can't? Does that mean you can't do lives? I don't know. All right, well, if you don't want it, if you don't want the recording, because that's why I'm having you come up so that you guys can get the automatic recording. That way I don't have to worry about sending it to you. Okay. But I'd rather go to you. Alrighty. Well, we'll just keep moving. Keep on moving, don't stop. Oh, okay, sorry. I don't even like that song. Maybe this. See if you can select the spot. Okay, I was trying to see if that can happen. Okay, so there's a little spot in the... Oh, I didn't see you, son. Let me put you on the list. Hey, girl. See if you can request a spot. If you can't, then I guess I can't do it. If you're with your mom, then just have her select the spot and then you guys just listen. Not you, Suze. This one's for Velvy because I want to get her reading first. Okay, it's not. So it might be because you're private. It might be. Oh, Amy, you're her mama? All right, cool. So you can just get on and be quiet. That way you can get the recording of it. Well, you're going to end up being on the list anyway, right? So I don't know if it'll give you the whole thing or just where you are. Girl, you did fine. Oh, let me add you. Enlightened Lane. What's your name again? What's your first name again? Hello. I'm doing the list for the subscribers only. Girl, ain't no trouble. We good. Carrie. All right. So the order of our 26 readings is Velvy, Amy, Dawn, Candy, Nicole, Suze, Sen, and Carrie. Let's see what we can eke out in 2 hours. All right, cool. So, I don't know if it's going to send you the whole thing. Hopefully it will. All right. So what I got here is, so I got Ocean's, what you call this? Ocean's. Oh, good. You remembered. So I got Ocean's Machete. So this is Radical Truth, Clarity, and Self-Awareness. So this is the thing. It came in reverse. So it came in shadow. And so one of the focuses is going to be for you to continue with that. To continue given like, oh, okay. Goosebumps like crazy. So they're like, all right, keep going. Oh, cool. So considering the almost indigenous nature of her, or at least the... How'd you say keepers of the land, right? She doesn't look like she's all European and modernized and all that kind of stuff. So considering like the tribal look or the cultural, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. Considering the cultural look here, my my feeling here is that part of that truth and that clarity and self-awareness is going to be rooted in ancestral and cultural truths. So continue with the research, continue with embracing, continue adding, again, same thing as like what was earlier with someone else, is continue adding the sensorial type of thing. So like the rain music, the flute, the tribal, because yeah, like add all of that in there, the colors, the smells, like really just create like at least for yourself that connection through physical being to get to the spiritual being. You know, just that flute sound and the little plucking sound, like let that stuff like integrate and marinate into your soul to like pluck it back alive and to remind it. But also, while there's that ancestral aspect, there's also the soul aspect. So it's like calling forth the soul too, is like come into the space. I guess it's in a way Akashic. So it's about connecting and seeing the different lives where you've been and how they're integrating into this one. So that's kind of what I'm getting as far as like self-awareness, and even the radical truth is like really becoming owner of you, you know. And fusion, like obviously fusion is going to be a thing because you are in the present. And so the fusion of it and how do you make it your own is like a big deal here. It's really interesting because I'm looking at, there's this thing on my screen. There's another creator. They're like, invite her to co-host, which I'm not going to do. But she has like this little flower, and it's this pink flower, and it sort of reminds me of like the petals that go on top of the water of the koi pond and things like that. So it's like, just like immerse yourself in the cultural experience, but also to draw in and bring in the spiritual experience. So this right here is that, and I think you're very much so aware of that. And it's so cool that these are master numbers. So this is 33 and then this is 44. And so one of the big things here for you is that you know that you're in a cycle. You know that you're in a cycle of transition, and that's why this is in the upright. Continue to embrace the things that are dying because it's giving a chance for things to live. Understand that you are at this moment the keeper of your own time, like physical time here on earth, but also the time in which things are happening for you, the season, the time in which things are happening for you. You are the keeper of it. It is still within your hands. It's not a runaway thing. It's not, oh my gosh, how do I handle this? Just understand that you are, I guess, a co-conspirator in what's happening to you, what your phase is. And again, there's the moon for phase, and then the leaves giving way. Where like this is a time of shedding so that something else can be born new. Even this veil here is given into the spirituality here, the see-throughness of it, the thinness of the veil. That's what's happening in your life right now, is that there is this blend between your physical and spiritual that's heightening. One, your awareness, but two, also just your spirit and your soul and your being starting to come together. It's a good time. It's a good place for you. So 2026 is going to look pretty good. Just understand that anything that's dying for you is dying in the good for you. Be that relationships or job places or things of that nature. They are, it's happening for a reason. The other part to this is Oshun of Miracles. And, this right here is about divine. So again, timing, synchronicity, unexpected blessings, and hope. Yeah. So one of the things I always like to point out about this is your internal light, your internal spirit. This needs to be equal with keeping and holding on to your fashion, to your faith and your hope. So it's like, even when the world around you looks crazy and chaotic, this here is for you to keep these things in your hands, keep your eyes and your focus on them, so that you don't lose yourself in this world of what's happening and what's going on. And what's really interesting is, again, master numbers 44 and 43, 33, and now they're combining together, which is just amazing, because that's telling me that we're combining, and this is good. So these are your messages. This is in the shadow. So this is the other thing that we need to start doing. And I guess you're being asked to just trust the timing of everything. Remember, you are a co-conspirator of this. So you did say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm trying to learn. This is where I'm trying to be. And understand that that season is, you're moving into the next season of your story. You see the book in her hand. And then the other thing here is you do struggle with timing and patience. Yes. So the other thing here is that, like, embracing your clarity, your truth, and your self-awareness. And the fact that this was first tells me that this is kind of first. And so this is going to be happening over the course of next year, for 2026. So things to congratulate yourself for doing, such as being aware that there is the cycles and the changes, but also the things to be paying attention to that you're asked to do. So that's the over energy, spiritual energy, I guess. And so now we're going to get into, am I doing these, or am I doing like, duh, of course. These are easier. Oh, Nick's girl, Amy. Okay, don't judge my desk. All right, Amy. Girl, you won't believe this. Look at this. Look at this. Now I know what I did yesterday. Look at this. Y'all look at this. Hold on. Let me show you something. Spot the nicks. And I can promise you, I looked there. Spot the nicks. That's my computer. I lifted this up, y'all. I lifted this up. That board was not to be found. I lifted that up. That's wild. Ain't that crazy? I looked everywhere for it, and I know it didn't go anywhere. I lifted the keyboard. I moved everything. I'm like, I know it's got to be here, because there's the bag. Let me put him in the bag right quick, because no child, you're a little bad self. Not bad, just rambunctious. For real, but what for? I give this reading to this child, and he like, nah, peekaboo. Because all I did was look over, and I saw the board. And you see he's in orange, so I can find him. You're in timeout, child. Okay, anyway. Let's get to this thing. Oh my goodness. I looked everywhere. And I flipped all that over. Yes, please don't take my things. I don't have much to give you. I can give you my thanks. Oh, drop my lotion out. All right. So let me see what the picture is again. I look like, y'all heard me. I was lifting things up. I was looking everywhere. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 through 7, well, 1 through 12, and then 13 in the middle. Okay, but it's 1, 7. All right. So I'm going to ask you to tell me when to stop. Now, I don't buy alcohol, so hi, Eunice. I don't know what they're gonna do about whiskey. Maybe I'll put a picture of Pentagon Pete. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle, And I'm going to ask you to tell me when to stop. So first, are we doing astrological or are we doing annual, like monthly? I ate my sweets. I don't know. Maybe I'll give him a pack of Oreos. Okay, annual. All right, cool. All right, so okay, so put in your head what the question is that we are going to be looking at your 2026 to see what's ahead. Any roadblocks, any successes, anything ambitious or whatever it is. So we're going to put that there. And so we're just going to be looking at your, yeah, I like Vedic. Have you looked at the Vedic astrology? That resonated a lot more. I think it's Indian culture. Like Indian. Oh, the animals. I don't know. Like, I'm a goat. I'm an earth goat. I don't really know. It's not a lot that sticks out with that for me. I've tried. It's like having the Gemini. It's like, it's okay. So I combine them all, I guess. All right, so let's see. Let's look at Velvy's year. Okay, so tell me when to stop. Oh, you're a chicken. Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Ah. So the intention is that we're going to take all 12 right off the top, including the 13th card, which is going to be the theme or goal over the year. So just make sure you tell me when to stop, and that's what we'll do. Anything that jumps out would be an amplifier. If you're telling me to stop, I don't know, which is another reason why I think I do want to have y'all up. Or do an emoji or something if you think you're being blocked. I might be being blocked. Mm-hmm. 26th year, 2026. Okay, let me know if you're saying when, because am I missing it? Mm-hmm. I see you liking, but I don't see any words coming from you. Am I being blocked? Like, are you being blocked? I mean, am I not seeing your thing? Can you do an emoji or something? Can someone try typing something? Let me see. I want to make sure nobody's being blocked. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Got it. Here we go. So we're going to 12. I'm not going to look at them right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got to remember not to flip it. 8, 9, 10, 12. And then your theme is going to go off to the side. Okay, your theme or overall. Alrighty. So, we're looking at January. January. New beginnings, obviously. um, all right, so attack it with abandon. Basically, you could do something as silly as have a fish in a cup and y'all having a conversation. Basically, do whatever makes you happy is what I'm getting here. Is like, my bad. I was like, oh shoot, it was supposed to be light seers, but it still works. It still works. I can feel it. But yeah, so this is new beginnings. You really are in this amplified intuition stage. You really are in this amplified intuition stage. What are you planning to do with it? Do you paint at all? I'm wondering if you paint. You like the singing, but I feel painting. I feel colors. I feel colors that are singed with light. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. You'll have to tell me what that means in a little bit. The second one is what we're looking at for February is it's gonna throw you off a little bit. It might be coloring books. I mean, yeah, but it's something else because it's like the light. I saw like the light, like I guess like Reiki or something, like light energy or something. Oh, I missed it. I missed the things. I saw like light energy going into colors. It's really interesting. That is true. Some people do see colors with the music because I see light going into colors. Um, that is true. That is true. People do. They do see. Yeah. Okay. Um, so this kind of goes with the three early messages of that there may be something that breaks or something that closes or disappears or is no longer a part of life for you. And again, remember, that's just seasonal. So it's closing, so something new can begin. Don't allow this to take you off your path. Okay. Don't allow it to make you go dark. You can feel every emotion you want to feel, but don't allow it to make you feel dark. Like stay dark. Okay. So that's just that. Because you're meant to do so much. So then in the third month, we're looking at the hangman here. And it says resistance to change, delay, indecision, or stubbornness. Again, it does feel like paying attention to that second month. Do not allow it to take you off your path because there's some delay here. But the second thing to this is the stubbornness is not exactly bad. No. Okay, it's not. Yeah, I just got goosebumps again. But the stubbornness is not bad necessarily. If you are listening to your soul, if you're listening to your spirit, like if it's saying no, you have to say no. If it's saying yes, I'm doing it, you have to say yes. So it really is stay in tune with you so that the stubbornness is in alignment as opposed to just in aggression. So that's one thing there. And as far as the indecision, um, just decide, you know. So I guess something big is coming up in March. Is it going to be an opportunity? Like an invitation? Okay. Oh, you're okay. Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Oh, I can't move it. Um, okay. It feels like an invitation also though, that there's an invitation that's going to be extended, or an opportunity that's going to be extended, that is going to be a source of your indecision. What I'm going to say here is choose your own adventure. Just choose your own adventure. Like, just go. Because at the end of the day, it's just a new path, but it's not a new path. It's just a new way to get to um, whatever that next part of your journey is. It's like having a c'est la vie to it, right? You know, c'est la vie. What comes, comes. Embrace it. Embrace it with, um, as long as it's aligned, because I keep getting, make sure it resonates with your spirit. So as long as it's aligned, it's like, okay, c'est la vie. I'm doing it, whether I think I want to do it or not. It does feel like, though, we're going to be hitting some slow road, okay? So we're looking at the Eight of Wands here, and it is in reverse. So it does feel like a bit of a slow road. Hold on. I get that I need to read this to you. So it says here that sometimes the only way to gain perspective is to pause and see the world, surrender to what is. So again, what c'est la vie literally translates into, it is what it is. You know, so stop trying to make fetch happen, basically. But with April here, the 4th month, it may seem like things are going to go slow. That is not a time for you to give up. That's not a time for you to be discouraged. Sometimes, you know, to use a cliche, sometimes a slingshot, well, not slingshot, not sometimes, in order for something to be propelled rapidly, it has to be pulled back a little bit. So, or enough to put some tension there. So it might feel like things are going really slow or really delayed, that things aren't happening the way you think it's supposed to be happening, but it is definitely just a part of the journey. So don't get discouraged from that. And that's great, because May is going to show you that it was all for nothing if you do, because this is the release of anxiety, and this is finding inner peace and reassurance. That reassurance is coming up really big for me, as well as the relief. So it's like, I don't know if this is tied to March, the March invitation that's going to come, well, early part of the year invitation, and that you make the decision and it goes slower. But it's like, trust it. Just trust the journey is a big thing that I'm getting here, is trust the journey. Worry about nothing. Just go, like, I'm following my path. I'm following the light. I'm following what aligns, right? And again, even if that path hits a dark spot, you still have the light. Now, I can understand why I was supposed to do the Light Seers Tarot, because the Light Seers Tarot shows the Hermit way differently. That light is her light. The lamp isn't even part of it. Like, she doesn't need an artificial light. So here I'm going to go with this right here of the introspection and trust, because there's guidance and there's wisdom. There's nothing bad here about being the hermit. It's really just going, like, I guess, realigning, making sure that things still are aligned. It really is kind of a go with the flow, unless your spirit says otherwise. It's really a check-in. And I think that's one of the biggest things that, you need to do next year, is that check-in, is to go, okay, like, how does this feel? Because I'm telling you, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. This actually friendship as opposed to, hey girly. This I'll add you to the list in a little bit, but this feels like a friendship as opposed to necessarily something romantic. It is something that could butt into something romantic. Are you planning to do something in the summer? Or maybe that's the March thing that's just going to spring up as an opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is summer. This is July. It's like a trip. Like if you were much younger, I would be saying this is like camp, right? But it might be a trip or something you take with someone. Because I'm getting some fun. Hey, Leah. I'm getting fun. I'm getting travel. I'm getting like thrill, excitement, like ziplining almost. I don't know if it's ziplining, but it's like woohoo or wakeboarding or whatever. I don't know. Some stuff outside, it feels like. Um I just feel really good times. Oh, okay. Maybe that is part of it. I feel good times to this. Um like a road trip or a trip like it feels outside, but it's not something that you're doing alone. You're doing that with someone. um okay, something hasty's coming up. Hold on, let me get here. Okay, there we go. We're fixing it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. But the second half of your year feels like heavy on the lessons. Heavy on the lessons. Again, don't let it take you off. Trust that the leaves falling are for a purpose. We're going to be in a season of shedding. Feels like a big thing here. So August, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is about August or fall. You see the fire, so yeah, it's definitely a hot time. It's lack of action, impulsiveness, recklessness, unnecessary risk, lack of passion. It just feels like, because it's followed by the page, which would be definitely fall. So this is a transition time here, because the page is exploration and creativity. So there's something here. It really feels like letting your emotions lead instead of being, what is this? Okay, if it kind of feels like this is where we're not going to be trusting our intuition. That now, mind you, all this energy is immutable. So being aware means you can go, wait, this is that thing. This is where you're going actually against yourself, is kind of what it feels like. Is like, this is when you're going, like you're not in alignment with this decision, this action that you're taking. And it's like, I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. Or I needed to help them or something of that nature, but it's like you have bad feelings about it yourself, but you do it anyway, and it has some kind of ramification to it. So this definitely feels like something like, stay aware of, again, you're really strongly being asked to check in, check in with yourself, check in with your own, like, because it's something that you don't do. I don't know if you're too giving or something, but it's saying here this whole self-awareness is like, be aware of what you do, how you feel, etc. And also, you know, keep your hope, like pay attention to the synchronicities, just so that you're proving to yourself that things are working and you're good. But do understand, like, whatever happens, it still is a lesson. Okay. Yes, child. But it's still going to be a lesson. And it's not going to be a lesson of never trust anybody. No, it's still going to be something that that you get to put in your chapter for chapter 2026. So it will still be a lesson because you're going to still be able to come from it and to use it. So while this is like rash and risk taking or just not listening to your own intuition, this is like, okay, let's pull back. Let's fix this. Let's this doesn't feel like let's learn from this, because that's just way too mature at that point, right? But it actually feels more like, all right, the storm took us off of the thing, like the wind came, the gust grabbed us. Let's get our oar out and like figure out how to get back onto this path. So it's like using that exploration, using that creativity that comes from that. And let me tell you something. Sometimes those really passionate emotions, because these are fire, that really, really passionate emotion that comes through is some of the best tools for creative work. Like one of the best, okay, just to give an example, I was writing a screenplay about this woman who was, whatchamacallit, who was set up by a best friend to take the fall for the murder of a presidential candidate. And I was writing this back in 2010. And one of the things that I like to do for my characters, because it helps me get deeper with them, is to interview them, like literally journalistically interview them. I'll have 10 questions and I do follow up. And one of the ways that I do that is just I'll ask the question out loud and I'll take the answer that comes in my head. And what that helps you do is like you not figure out the answer yourself, like you don't think about it. And I had this character, the villain of the story, and I just could not figure out why the hell she did this. Like, why was she, okay, yeah, her dad cheated with that girl's mom, sure. But what did that have to do with her? Why did she become such a villain that she plotted for 20 something years to get back at this girl? Anyway, and then one day, my brother was getting married and something happened and I was livid. I was so pissed. And do you know what happened while I was in this extremely heated emotional state by myself, because I was at home, and I was like, I'm not going. And what happened, y'all, is all of a sudden I heard, I'm ready to speak now. I was like, wait, what? She's like, I'm ready to speak now. Okay. And I got my behind up and I went to the computer and we interviewed. And it was the best interview I've ever done for a character, because I figured out why the hell she did everything. And then I used that interview for casting and had people, you know, act out that scene. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So what I'm saying is, even the lesson, the hurt, or whatever comes, exactly, is going to fuel you creatively. It's like when I was in the middle of a breakup one time, and thank God for ADHD, right? My brain goes, write this down so we can know how to explain it when we put it in a story. And so I was like, but I'm mad. Okay, you can be mad, but remember exactly what mad feels like. So unfortunately, when you're creative, you do go, wait a second, distance. Oh, I can use this. So this looks like, oh yeah, look at that. I can use that. This thing that hurt me, I can figure out how to use that. Look at Adele. Adele got out because of that, right? You're not gonna find blocks this year. Coming up, you're not gonna be blocked at all. There's gonna be a little bit of flow, a little bit of stagnation, but you're gonna come back to it. But like I said, the second half of the year is gonna be lessons, and I'm just gonna show you why I'm saying this, because these are major arcana that's coming out telling me this. So we're gonna be honest with it. So this is October, is the Emperor in reverse, abuse. Now, this does feel like a relationship. So be very careful and intuitive and discerning with the romantic relationship you find yourself in, because I can see someone maybe not being abusive to you physically, but I'm feeling like verbal aberration, like I'm feeling a way to break you down emotionally and mentally, and that doesn't feel as a strong place for you. So again, vet your relationships. I ask for dreams all the time. I'm like, tell me about this person. And whatever my dream tells me, I pay attention to it big time. So this is definitely one of those things that I would take to the ancestors or to your spiritual team. Any kind of relationship you get in, best friend, whatever, it's like, all right, tell me what you want me to know. Because you've got to be aware, because that's what it feels like, because next is coming heartbreak, right? And again, all this is avoidable. Let me correct that. It's like, well, not necessarily. It's part of the journey. So it's not avoidable, but it doesn't have to take you out, is what I'm getting. This is just a warning. You know, it's kind of like when you read like Greek mythology or something, and Odysseus is trying to not sleep with his mother and he still ends up with her, like that kind of thing. Odysseus is trying not to kill his dad, but he ends up doing it anyway. So it feels like one of those things of, you could try to avoid it, but it's still going to happen. So this is not what that is. I'm not telling you to avoid it. I'm telling you to be aware of it. So the second half of the year can be a little difficult for you. And you might find yourself in this place of feeling confused or even deceived. But again, take it all to your spiritual team. Take it all to your ancestors. Don't allow the night to swallow you. Understand that you are supported spiritually as well as matriarchally, whatever. You are supported. Just understand this is part of the journey. And there are going to be some hurts. There are going to be some lessons. And it is how you respond to them that really, really, really matters. So nobody's going to be able to keep you from this. But what is going to be able to be a thing for you is to remember that you are much stronger than all of this is. It ain't going to feel like it sometimes, but you are. And so thematically, this is teaching you about temperance. Sometimes the cup is full, sometimes the cup is not. Moving it from place to place, right? So balancing energy is a pathway to wisdom. And that's what this is what you're doing this year. You're going to be collecting wisdom, because I think wisdom was on here too. Oh no, it's in one of your earlier cards. I think wisdom was on there too. But again, that self-awareness stuff. We're not going to be able to protect you from it, but you are going to be able to learn from it. So it's going to be healing. It's going to be about moderation. And I do get, like, because of the rawness, the wounds you already have, this is going to be a moment of learning how to close some of them yourself, like speaking up for yourself, or like standing up for yourself, like walking away from things where that season is closed, even if that's a difficult decision. So just remember, this is all just part of the chapter. This is all just part of the chapter. There's everything else that's wrapped around your chapter. But it's an interesting year ahead. Let me say something. I hope that makes sense to you. Interesting year ahead. Oh, you know what? Let me bring you out. Yeah, there's no avoiding it, but there's a lesson in the response. Yes. Okay. So we got community, and then Pentacles. Yeah. I don't get this as money. I'm getting this as the things that you value. Oh, even. Okay, yes. I was going to say even health. I was just about to say that. Even health. So this is finding a community. This feels like this is going to help keep you glued together through the year, is finding community. Finding people who can help you with your, you see this as a traffic light. So when to stop, when to rest, when to go. Community is going to be a big deal for you. You don't paint? Have you tried it? Because painting just came up again. Because I'm seeing cherry blossoms, you know, like cherry blossom trees. Like painting just came up again. Hmm. Mm-mm. Okay, so what about like, okay. What about like a songbook? Because it's interesting. I see like I see the stroking of like a paintbrush. In this case, I'm seeing like the thick black line, and I'm like, what is that? And then it's like lettering. So it's like almost why are you showing me? Thank you, love. I don't know. Maybe it's just ancestral type of connection or something because it's like writing in the paint, you know, like how they do the long black strokes and for the lettering and you know. Then again, I also see cherry blossom. Um and it's like it's just relaxing is I guess what it is, like just relaxing. Okay, drawing. Like it is like calligraphy, but it's like more Japanese style of calligraphy, like the painting of the letters, you know, like if you've ever watched them write, it's the long stroke and this, and then it's cherry blossoms like everywhere. So maybe it's like, I don't know. And then it's, I started to see like, maybe that's what it is. It's like writing out the lyrics, but like in different language. But then I saw the cherry blossom. And I'm like, okay, so this is a painting book. I don't know. There's something there about cherry blossoms and in the painting. Maybe it's not painting exactly, but the writing, the strokes of the writing. Um, hmm. It feels very relaxing is the thing. It feels like really relaxing. Like if I guess this could help your anxiety is like maybe learning the lettering and then, you know, doing that and then maybe painting or drawing or getting books or creating books or getting like coloring books or something about cherry blossoms or something. But I see cherry blossoms. It just feels very, very relaxing. And it's like, I don't have any anxiety watching it happen. What's told? Oh, I was going to say maybe diamond. But anyway, I just want to wrap up so that I can make sure I get to everybody here. However, the pentacle here, the seven of pentacle in reverse. Oh, haha, there we go. That fits. So again, just a warning, like no matter how hard the year might be, how much of a slog or how much of a mountain climb it might be, this is a warning to not give up too early, to not be impatient, to not lose faith, to follow through on everything even through your frustration. Okay. So that is, it's coming. It's going to be part of it. It just is. But you don't get to avoid the hard parts of life. You just get to be supported in learning from it. Okay. So again, this is cooperation. This is community. This is sharing. This is teamwork. So there's something there about it. and it's someone, like for me, the other part to this was the stoplight. So this is like having people who know you, know your cues, or who are coming to know you, like friends or something, like a new group of friends or a new community, or even a stage thing. I don't know. There's maybe that's what it is. And it's like, they know how to go, okay, breathe. All right, girl, you said you were gonna, so get to it. All right, man, listen, you're overworking. Let's go play. Let's go to bar or something like that. You know, so they'll be able to tell you stop, go, you know, if you keep pushing out. But this is telling you, don't get frustrated because you have all this. This is what you're doing. You're planting, and then you're watching that grow. And as I said before, trees are not flowers. Flowers go fast. Trees grow for a lifetime. Okay, there you go. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry it's like not super amazing, but you don't get to miss the hard parts. However, you get to be warned about it, and nobody warned a lot of us about it. So there's that. All right. Okay, thank you. It's like you just don't get to miss it, and nobody can stop you from getting it. So, all right, Amy, if you can come up, please. That way we can get you the recording. Thank you so much for the roses. Can I invite you? Don't. Wait, do I put guest? Oh, I did. Hello. Thank you, Annabelle. Okay. Stick with the lights ears. You just tell me what you want me to do. I'll do it. Okay. No, I need you to come up. Where are you? Wait, you did a request? No, that's your request. Let me invite. Because it's only people who come in that get to get the recording. This one's for Amy. Amy's next. Again, the list is... And you can stay on voice. I don't think you need to come in. Like, come in. You can stay on voice. And you can even stay mute. Except to tell me to stop. But it's Velvy, Amy, Dawn, Candy, Nicole, Susan, Carrie, and... Who was the other person? Oh my gosh, hold on. It's not Melissa. Wait, was your name Melissa? I forgot which one you were. Cheerful Garden. Hey girl. Which was... Oh. Hold on. Where did my pen just go? I keep sending you to settings. What's in your settings? Is it Melissa? Like, what's your first name? Because I'm writing down first names. Was it Melissa? Did I get that one wrong? I'm trying to remember your first name. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to put you on, Leah. I lost the pen. This is, yeah, because this is for subscribers. This reading. Oh, there it is. At least, there we go. Yeah, today is just for subscribers. I like the name Elise. Okay, so Amy, I don't know. I want to make sure you get the recording. We'll see how long the video is. If it's not too long, then I'll just upload it and make it an unlisted thing and just send it to you guys in DM. So Amy, are we doing astrological or are we doing yearly, annual? Oh, okay. Well, Nicole, like if I get on tomorrow, well, not if, I will. if you're on tomorrow when I get on, you can do it. Annual? Okay, perfect. I'll just push you in for that. Amy. Amy's 2026. Amy's 2026. Girl, why am I mixing all these cards together? These are the wrong cards. Where did you get over here? When did you get over here? Over there. Am I sticking with the light seers? No? Ugh. Sticking with the light seers? Okay, no. Alright. Okay, you said no. I think they like the way we're doing it right now. It's like we go there, we go here, and we go there. Alright, cool. So, am I doing the 3 cards on the... Yes, okay. Alright, so these, I'm going to do these first, and then we'll do your year. And you can then tell me when to stop. So, but we're going to do these first. Okay, what's your message for Amy? What does she have to pay attention to? What should she congratulate her own self for doing? What is it? What's she doing well? I need to keep doing. What does she need to fix? What was that? Okay, so the first one, doing well, communication. We'll get to it. I love that card. That card is so much peace and joy. So, again, what is she doing well? What does she need to fix? All right. However, surrendering is a thing. Not just surrendering, but walking in your power. Okay, we'll get to that. I'll show you in a second. That's interesting. Okay. Again, is there anything that she's doing well that we want to highlight, or is there something that we need to address and make sure we pay attention to for the coming, for the coming year, for her 2026? Just one. Take the top one, or you're going to give me a new one? New one. Okay. Sorry, it gave me like 4. I was like, we're not doing that. We'll be here forever. Just one more. Again, something that needs either addressing or that you just want to highlight and tell her to keep doing. Okay. All right. So these are our 3. So y'all can hear me well, right? So this is Oshuna correspondence, and so that's communication, listening, and conflict resolution. And it feels so corporate. And that's so interesting because, like, I've never said it felt corporate, so this might have something to do with work. Whatever work looks like. But it's like you're not letting anybody steal your joy. You're communicating. Communicating with yourself. I don't know. I guess it's the age of wisdom, like stepping in. I would take my Adderall, but I'm already starving. So, there's something else about this. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's something that you're already doing well. And it's something, oh, I've never noticed this before. Ever. I love this card and I never actually like noticed it. But like in this honeycomb is a reflection back of her own face. So it's like it's not just like a work thing. It feels more for some reason it's not spiritual that it is. It's hmm. I want to say like psychological, but it's not that either. It just feels like you've acknowledged yourself. You can see yourself. Okay, good. I mean, not good that you're on disability, but it's like you're like in the season of acknowledging yourself and of seeing yourself, of doing that communication with you and with, is it the inner? Like, I don't know. I guess it feels like soul spirit alignment is like really a thing. Like, I don't know. You're coming into the season of knowing who you are, and that is like beautiful. And you're understanding like all your okay, because it's also this like she's dripping in honey like everywhere, and then there's like the bee necklace, the bee earrings, and all that stuff. And so it feels like all the work that has been done in the healing, the communication of it feels okay. Because it feels like like you speak and you and I don't want to like do it on the nose because of the communication, but it's like there's something that you have discourse with. Is it? And I'm trying to, I guess, fill in the blanks, and that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be listening. Oh, you're allowing communication to come in, to come clearly. You're allowing your soul to speak back to you or to deliver. Okay. Okay. This is making some sense here now. This is being in communication with your spirit, with your own soul, but it's like allowing and hearing from that. Like it's not necessarily the outward, it's like the inward. It's like having it and receiving it, except the next part about this is to then put it outward, because this right here is again a shroom of soft power. So the soft power being influence, openness, and emotional intelligence. And I know you've started like writing your poems and like putting those out there, but it's like I don't want, okay, I'm just gonna say it the way I heard it, but you can do more. You can do more. Meaning you can let people hear your voice. You can wield more have more influence in people's own openness and development and spirituality, and um it's kind of like, what are you afraid of, in a sense, is like own it. Like it's like a take up space too, because you're not here to just be here, obviously, right? Because you have, hey Layla, you have like all these different points, the chakras, exactly. It's like there's things in your belly that need to come out through your voice so that you can be healing You know, so it's like all of that is like you can do more. It's one thing to reflect back like what's going on and what you're seeing, say like in your poems, like, you know, the thing about home and how close we are. Those are like reflections and thoughts. That's cool. But it's like the influence part of it is within like your own strategy, your own learning, your own like connecting the dots more than just reflecting, but also putting out like what do we do with it? You know, so this is going to be like part of your story. It is going to be like not being reactive, but being proactive, like advancing. I don't know why I got football, but it's like advancing down the field with the ball in possession instead of trying to stop a possession. You get what I mean? So it's kind of like how I think of the whole thing with DT, how a lot of us have gotten platforms because we had to process our feelings or dreams or whatever about what was going on with this administration. But a lot of people are in the space of just reflecting as opposed to stepping into their power and being vocalized and actually persuading people, because influence is not about reflection, right? It's not just reflection. Like that helps people see themselves, but what do they do with what they've seen? So it's like take it a step further, like use the voice in whatever way that voice comes through, but use the voice that you came here with, because that's where the healing begins for them and for you. When you step fully into your own power, when you be open to the idea of what that can look like, and that again brings us back to this communication thing, which you are doing fine because you are communicating well, you are finding a community, you do encouragement, you know, you get people reflecting, but there is more that needs to be happening, because there's more that you came to do. And so what this brings over here is Oshun's overflow. And the overflow is like, and I love this because it reminds me of the African mermaids. But it's also community, it's also women with power, and they all look differently. But you know, she's a leader. And that feels like you, right? So there's generosity here, there's wealth, there's auspicious blessings, but that overflow comes from stepping into, like, I love how this goes, because like she's sitting in water and she's sitting in water and she's standing in water flanked by her people, who are like her, so she's not having to do it alone. And so this is the shadow here for you. And the shadow of this is to be in that, to be generous with your presence, to, and it's another thing. Like, I guess there's just a pattern with a lot of different people, but it's like, expect the blessings, expect, and it says auspicious blessings, but expect, and wealth comes in different ways, but expect to find your groove, your path, your purpose. It's like, expect to be in flow, because water, you know, is spirituality. And for me, water also represents purpose, because purpose ebbs and flows and changes. But the one thing about water that you cannot do is stop it. You can dam it for a while, but it is always during that time putting pressure to break the dam. And that's why sometimes dams break. Or most times dams do end up breaking after a period of time. Like it never stops being what it is. And so you always have the purpose, and the purpose is asking for you to get it flowing. So and they all have light. So again, it's all about connecting to that spirituality, connecting to the being of who you were before you got into the being of who you are. So like if you see that sun is like right above her head, like right above her head, and it's the brightest point on the card. So this is like that I forget what that chakra is called, but it like flows all the way down when you are allowing that to happen. That's the knowledge of self right there. And so God, it starts with A. I can't remember. And that's the same thing, only hers is covered because it's like blossoming. It has plants. It has the sunflower and it has the bees, but it's like using all of it, using your throat, using your hands, using your sacral, like being rooted. Exactly. Oh my God, that's exactly what it is. Open your floodgates of wisdom and knowledge and let it flow. Thank you for summarizing, because I'm just like, I see it. And again, that wisdom, that wealth comes from that. So it's kind of like, for instance, I just made silver. I got to the silver level for TikTok shop. And what silver level helps you do is get accepted more by people when you ask for samples of their things, or, you know, get relationships where people send you samples for reviews. And so I hit silver this month. I missed it last month by $200. And it's $200 in sales. It's not $200 earned. But 2 days ago, I do a video about the book that, you know, we talk about the politics all the time. And there was that video of Benny asking, you know, where's Antifa? And so like I was like, oh, that's a good question. Let me snag it and then let me do this thing. And so I put together that video and I made silver in 2 days because of that book. That book's been selling and whatever. It's not about the sell. It's about the fact that now, okay, now that I'm in silver, I can request other samples that now I can, you know, get more people to get the things that I like, you know, like the nails or whatever, or the cards or whatever. Because like, for instance, I got the yes, no cards as a result of hitting silver in October. So why am I telling you that? Is because it opened a pathway to wealth, even though it's not wealth, but it opened a pathway to, I'll just say wealth, but to coins, you know, that I did not expect to be there. And how did I get there was by using my voice and sharing my wisdom and even sharing my struggles. You know, like I said, and it's in my pin post, but the video that got me viral and got me able to get into different types of monetization is because I shared being angry at God. That did it for me, not being silent. Because again, all the people responding were like, I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know how to say it. I was feeling the same way. I didn't know how to say it. And that's the thing. Like what you just did for me is you helped me say it. You get what I'm saying? So, okay, because it's interesting. Because as I'm telling you this is a card that immediately dropped out, which is the Ten of Cups, and Ten of Cups is usually about family and community, and because that's what it is. Is there are so many people disconnected right now, so many people disconnected and don't know how to put words to what it is that they're feeling, or what it is that they want. I am getting chills as well, by the way. And so it says here, disharmony, disputes, miscommunication, struggling with relationships, unexpected, unrealistic expectations, not feeling worthy of love or delay. So it's like, it's that, you know, 'cause there's so many people here who could use your influence, who can use your insight, who can use the way that you see things. Like, for instance, we just shared the J. Megan video where she has, you know, she looks at things a little differently. She uses her obsession with researching, and then she knows how to put it together in a way that people understand. Like, we all have our skills in our things, and the stuff that might have been too much for people before is just right for now. Bars. Okay. So we're gonna look at your year. I feel like there's more to be said, but we're gonna look at your year and see how that goes. Tell me when to stop. Put in your head about the intention about looking at 2026 for you, and then tell me when to stop. Again, the intention is that everything that will come from the top of it for all 12/13. That's an amplifier. You can try an emoji or something else to see if it'll come through, or just type hi or something, and I'll take that as your stop. Or do one of the subscriber follower emojis. Oops, another amplifier. Oops, another amplifier. Okay. I don't know why I said oops. Okay. All right, so January, duh, girl. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I need a bigger desk. October, November, December. And then your extra theme of the whole reading. All right. Okay, so, okay. First half of the year. We're looking at Page of Pentacles. Again, pages are both students and they're also messengers. And as you see, again, they are rooted. I love that this is Pentacles because, again, this is going to be value, but it's also an ability for cracking open a way of getting money. I feel like it's also a money thing for you too. So it says here that this is about manifesting new opportunities. This is about a lot of new opportunities. So manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news, ambitions, skills and trainings, financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, exploration, a beginner, earth magic, and making plans a reality. So in other words, this is a pretty auspicious beginning for 2026. This is really about having a vision and having done the work to root those seeds so that that they grow, that they bear fruit or plant or whatever it is. And just the fact too that you're able to stand and be balanced with one leg means it doesn't matter what you might be lacking. There we go. It doesn't matter what you might be lacking, or it doesn't matter. I guess let me just put it this way. What's abnormal, quote unquote, about you, you still have a leg to stand on. You still have quality, value, purpose, and a responsibility to move forward and go forward with that. Now, in what we're looking at in February, it'd be a lot, it would, but it just feels like whatever it feels like you think you're lacking is not the thing. It's not going to stop you. It's not going to deter you. Now, it's really interesting. Girl, you got like straight pentacles in this first year for the most part. So the Four of Pentacles here, this is in the reverse. Now, this is normally sometimes our stingy guy or our saver or something of that nature. You know, savings. And in this card, what we see here really is kind of a little bit of a lack mentality. Somewhat of a money story that needs to be reframed, rewritten. You know, the need to let things flow, like literally, like as they say, it's called currency for a reason. In order to come to you, it needs to also flow from you. So it's like, don't be focused on lack. Again, that goes with the first month. It's like, whatever you think you lack, you don't. And if you want more, open your hands, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's not in value. You know what I mean? Um, oh, it's, okay. Yeah. That's okay. Let me reframe it, because a person who overspends also has a lack mentality, not a mentality of abundance, really, because abundance says it's gonna, it's currency. It's gonna flow. It'll return. It'll go in all the places it needs to go, as well as more, not just for me, but also to be a bountiful blessing to other people. That's not the lack mentality. Um, there are cases where we overspend, and that's filling a void that was there. And that usually comes, a void is lack. So it's something that the spending is soothing, that it should be healed. If you get what I mean. Um, because it's kind of like, in that case, something being cracked open and there's a leak just going and going and going. There's something that needs to be soothed over, repaired, or even just altogether replaced. So I would really strongly suggest that you get clear on where the crack is, so that that can be sealed, um, sealed/healed, so that when the money is flowing, it's not really in one way. Exactly. Like overcompensating for lack in childhood. Absolutely. Because there's a crack in the vessel, you know, and we are the vessels. So the other part to this is, again, in March. So your first quarter of the year is really asking you to do some value thinking. Okay. Because what we have here is the Ace of Pentacles. And so this is about creating strong foundations for your dream. This is where we need to go. This is what we need to be doing in the first quarter of the year. And prioritizing, so that we don't miss the bigger picture, or we don't miss the opportunity, or we don't have a financial loss. So instead of a leak, it'll be a flood. So there are things here that needs to be happening, because in the upright, it would be new ventures, new ideas, planting seeds for the future, potential for success, manifesting, etc., etc., etc. So there's this leak that has to be fixed, so that we can really have a better concentrated place for money to be flowing. Money, resources, value, time, all those type of things, because that's what's going to help you create the abundance that really is yours. Because like, it's a big coin. It's a really big coin, and so it just feels like there's so much more that you can be doing in a direction that you would be proud of, as opposed to um, letting the fissure remain. I mean, because the balance is here, right? Like, is like, no matter what the lack is, the balance will still be here. However, we need you to deal with that, because if we do not, we are facing in April decision. We're facing a pretty big decision. Do I leave my comfort zone, or do I not? Do I try, or do I not? So this is about the fear of the future. This is about being stuck in the past. This is about being worried about whether or not you are able. This is about missing the opportunities to become aligned. Because here we can lean on a crutch, or we can use one for adventure. Like, think about whatever it is that you have put off into the ether. Like you just said, here, you go over here. And it's not letting you move forward. Like, you pick the stick you can lean on, instead of picking the stick you can go outside with. Um, so there's a change that needs to be happening. There's a decision that needs to be made. So it's either like whatever that crossroad is that you are coming into. Because again, this is fire energy, right? So whatever that change is that you're coming into, that fork of the road, it's like, do I stay comfortable or do I take a chance? Take a chance on me. And that's your choice here. Is like, are you going to do that? Or are you going to say, I can't do that, or I didn't do that, or I never had that before, like whatever the thing is in the past, like pick the other thing back up. It's like you put it down for some reason, and it's asking to call you into the adventure of the next phase of your life, you know. And I think you are, oh, see, that makes sense, because followed by the Two of Wands, like following right after the Two of Wands is the call to adventure, is that Three of Wands. You know, it's like looking out, trying to catch the waves or whatever, waiting for that wave to come in. But here it's like, you're not dreaming big enough. You're not dreaming big enough. That's like the biggest thing that just came up with this, is that you're not dreaming big enough. Those fear, and it goes right back to that shadow self card, is that there's so much locked inside of you that it needs to come out. So this is fear coming up to block your movement or delays. But what you need to know is that, like, adventure's waiting on you. Like, choose your choose your stick and go. You know, light your fire, light your flame, grab your board, and get ready to go. And I mean, it's open. It's like wide open. The sky's there, the water's there. Like, what are you waiting for? Go paddle out to catch the wave. And you know, like in the Rider Waite for June, this would be the death card, right? The Minor Arcana death card. But here it just reads a little different for me. It's like a spilled milk type of thing. It's like you're trying to bury who you are type of thing. You see, like the soul, the spirit, the essence is going into the ground. So this could be, to use the word here, it could be like self-pitying, it could be wallowing, it could be the bitterness of this. So it's like, release yourself from the guilt. That way, this spirit, the truth of who you are, the light, can return back to you. Yeah, I know what you mean. I made a decision and we are in a situation. But let that go. You know, like, I love this. Don't allow your life force to drain away with the things you once loved. It is okay to have made a decision. Again, like the other card reading, it is, what will you do with it now that there's a result to that decision? Blah, 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 blah. Now what will you do with the result to that decision? Okay? So, and y'all don't really take these as month by month, because I don't really feel like that. It just feels like the story of next year. So, here we got the tower that follows that, right? On one hand, one aspect, this is a warning, but on another aspect, this is a reminder that sometimes things did have to get torn down in order for things to be built back right. So while this is the tower, while it does look destructive and destructive to like their habitat or what have you, one of the biggest points about this here is that, again, endings are only beginnings. That's like the biggest thing. Hey, Bettina, that's the biggest thing for me, is that endings are only beginnings. Even in the destruction, there is beauty to be hold, to be had. Like, for instance, lightning is incredibly beautiful. But what I'm also getting from this in that destruction is that it now allows who you are to be actually released. Exactly. And it's not so much a need, but it's more like you get the chance to do it. Um, I love how they said this here. It says the tower energy marks a period when you get to reevaluate, redirect, and reestablish and realign. It's magic in the disguise of unpredictability. The brightest of lights will pierce through the pandemonium of change that you are experiencing, and you will find your beautiful truth and blazing potential in the darkness of the tower. That's what I'm telling you. Is like all this light is still beautiful, right? There's still beauty in it. It's sudden, it's quick, it changes you, but you needed to be changed anyway because you were sitting in stagnation. Um, or you needed to be changed anyway because you were being introduced to a new part of yourself. So it's just those different types of things there. And whew, let's get to the second half of this year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. So beautiful. That's exactly where you are in that. All right. So, then we have the Phoenix. Oh no, these are monarchs. These are monarchs. But it does look like a phoenix. Yeah, that one looks like a phoenix for sure. But it's like monarchs. These are monarch butterflies. And that in itself says something because a monarch butterfly does what butterflies are not supposed to do. They last long, they travel far, they gather together, and they're just so instrumental to life. So the other thing that you have here is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, whew, where are we? What is this? August? Yeah, this is about August. So we're looking maybe about fall time. And so this is take only what's needed. Take only what's needed. The universe bears witness to true intentions, getting away with something, being strategic, whatever. So if we look at the Rider Waite, this is where they are carrying swords away. Here, the swords are represented really by the crows. And so the crows are like calling the alarm out, is like letting people know there's a thief in the midst. And so this is basically like, don't lie to yourself about where you are and what you're doing. Understand that, okay, I'm giving that old biblical phrase of comparison is the thief of joy. I think it's biblical. It might not be. It might just be a saying. So it's like, don't let anything come in to steal your joy like that. Your intuition will be sounding the alarm. I'm getting it a little bit different than kind of how it is here. But again, it's telling you to be in alignment. It's telling you you have to get in alignment and to come out of the dark place and really step in the light that illuminates what is. And that's interesting because you have a moon in your later cards here. But it's saying that you need to be truthful. Yeah, move forward with the light of conscience to guide you. So own it about that decision, right? That you're talking about. Own it because it shouldn't be following you that late into the year. So it's like, be truthful with yourself. Why did we do it? What were we trying to get? Why did this happen? What am I here to learn? Because that is literally the journey here. Otherwise, your spirit team is going to be calling it out. They're going to be cacawing, really loud. Like, hey, girl, you're out of alignment. Get in the light. Let's go. We got to be like putting this together. You're not allowed to be in the darkness because then we have the Knight of Swords, which is fantastic. We go from being a thief that is stealing your joy, that is making you feel guilty, that is having you lying to yourself about who you are when obviously you are someone else. You are purposed, you are powerful, you are needed, you are influential. And this is here owning that. And so again, later in the fall, you see that she's owning it, and there's a stallion in the background, or a mare, whatever, but they are absolutely enjoying life. They are absolutely beating the drum and burning the flame in the fire. They are being just very assertive. Like, you're going to hear me, you're going to see me, you're going to feel me. And this is just excellence. This is not hiding. And that card juxtaposed with this card is like everything burned down, and now you're moving in a sneakier way, a smaller way, a crouching way. And where this next to it is like, into the light, because that is going to be calling, that is going to be calling your, there we go. So I can do it that way. That's going to be calling your spirit back to yourself, because if you notice the light, but it's also going to be putting the light out there. And again, she's visible. And by visible, I just mean owning her life, letting her light her shine, letting her passion shine, making noise, and always, always, always just ready to go. Stallion is dancing with her too. Now, again, in comparison of that Seven of Swords, you now have the Seven of Wands. So as we're getting towards the end of the year, in the later quarter, we're looking at just a change from getting out of our mind into getting deeper into ourselves and our creativity, and putting it out there and using it and letting our light continue to shine. So you see here that light, though, isn't coming from an external flame. It's coming from her internal flame. So this is about finding passion for life again. Oh, wow. A bay-colored horse kicking. That's beautiful. So this is about being courageous, not sneaking around, not slinking around, not trying to be like, I need to be strategic, so I need to be perfect, so I don't do this again. This is like being back into yourself. This is having that courage, and this is taking inspired action. So again, checking in. Is this where I'm going? Is this what I'm doing? And what I also notice here with this is that she's inside basically like either a snow globe or a crystal ball, however we want to look at it. But I'm actually receiving it as a crystal ball. It's like that vision, live the vision, pursue your dreams, and just know that there is, I'll say magic, but it's more than magic. That there's just this, whatever word you use, I'm just gonna go energy or something that is yours. It encircles you, it protects you, but it shows you also that there is just, there's more waiting for you. There's just more waiting for you. And that more has peace. Because if you notice inside that globe, you got the blue skies, you have the mountain, you have like something in the background. I don't know if it's water or meadow or what. It's just peace. So peace does wait you. But that's going to happen in pursuit of your passion. So again, towards the end of the day, towards the end of the year, we're going to be faced with, again, I'm going to say choices, because it is this death or is this rebirth? You can choose to let it be death by clinging to the past, clinging to your mistakes, clinging to the results that were not good ones, or this could be rebirth, coming into something new. And we have these different stages that are telling you that regardless of what changes happen, and regardless of what, you get to decide what to do with it. And it's still going to be beautiful for you if you do not hold on to guilt, mistakes, or fear. Then you will be held, you will be supported, you will be aligned. And that's what's here, is that there's fear. And that's what you're dealing with a lot through these cards, is the fear. You've got to like, not let it lead you and not let it swallow you. Fear is not allowed to drive. Okay? So this here is I think honestly, this whole thing is telling you that I think at this point you are at a choice. You are at a choice of being able to change your life yourself, or letting life change you in a way that you don't actually want it to. Right now, I feel like you should be in your driver's seat a little bit more, but in the driver's seat with your spiritual companion, so to speak, because this is your overall theme. Your overall theme in the reverse is delayed gratification, unfulfilled desires, unmanifested dreams. This is your overall message. But what is waiting for you? Because that's what I love about these cards particularly, is that in the reverse, in the upright, it's like so above, so below. Like we can switch these things. What you get here is what is waiting for you here. And so it's saying here that the universe is gifting you your desire. If you notice, there are manifestation cards throughout too. But your fear is what's holding you back. Your fear, your regret, your guilt is what's holding you back. And it's saying choose joy. Choose joy. Manifest your dreams. Have gratitude even for the lessons, because gratitude unlocks more opportunity, but with a different type of energy, because you're grateful instead of regretful. And so instead of letting this continue to block your path, choose differently. This is, even though it comes out this way for you, it is telling me that for you, this is choice. Your amplifiers, not to go too deep in them. See, all of this is choice. It's like telling me who you're supposed to be. This is Queen of Wands, right? This is the card that is my significator. This is the person who is manifesting herself, her power. She's using her wand, her voice. She is light. She's surrounded by light. She's all of that. Then you have the Eight of Pentacles. There's change, there's choice, there's harvest here. The things that you have tried, several different things, by the way. This is saying don't be locked into one. There's several different things that you could be trying and enjoying yourself in trying. You don't have to just choose one. Try different things until you either find what sings to you or realize they all do, and they all do have something that makes sense. Then you have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups is in reverse. And the Four of Cups in the upright is refusal, right? So it's often like refusing to take the opportunities that are given to you. But in reverse, it's like you focusing on the fact that you don't have the opportunity. It's like, what? Like, it's one thing to just refuse it, but now it's another thing to be like, I don't get these opportunities. I don't get to change, or just focusing on those negative things. And again, it says here, it's time to practice gratitude, even for the hard lessons. I am grateful for the lesson that you are going to reveal to me from what I just went through. So it's like, don't complain about it. Don't hold on to fear about it. Don't allow it to be in the driver's seat. And more pentacles. Girl, you got so many damn pentacles. So many pentacles. Oh, wow. Pentacles and cups. Emotions and money. Or values. This right here, again, the shadow. The shadow of who you actually are. Of who you're actually supposed to be. Is that, and in this is abundance overflowing. This is confidence. This is personal growth. This is reaching your goals. This is obsessing over the things that, again, you lack, right? So it says here, obsessing over riches, seeking status, a need to balance with the material, with the spiritual. So, but what I get more largely about that is, like you see, he's relaxed, like he's comfortable, he's secure. And so he's manifested all of this. And okay, here's the part. It says the rest is a consequence of faith. So happiness happens when you do better than the last time. And in the pursuit of personal growth, allow yourself the extravagance of desire, of having a dream, of having a wish, of going after it. The rest is a consequence of faith, steady habits, and courage to cultivate your enormous dreams. So dream your biggest dream to life, which again was this in the shadow. So this in the shadow, this in the shadow. Plant it, manifest it. Plant it, manifest it. So get big with your dream and don't allow fear to encroach on that. That's the biggest thing for your 2026 is to face those, I don't want to call them demons, but I'm just saying demons in a cliched sense, not in like any kind of spiritual sense, but face this thing that is literally holding you back. In other words, trust yourself. That's like really what it is. Trust yourself. That's the biggest point. Trust yourself. Make sense? Does that make sense? I'm like, wait. I don't know if you can't respond. I don't want to move on to the next person until you respond. Thank y'all so much for all the likes, by the way. Oh, okay. I don't know if she can't respond. But thank you. Look, another queen. Like, you are so, oh my God, you're so amazing. But you don't think so. And that's wild. That is so wild. Because there's so much peace that's yours and you don't get it because you're not at peace. And peace is yours. So this is refrain from being emotional. A message to use your head more than your heart. So yeah, it is. Thank you so much, Becky. I definitely am. Okay, good. Dawn, are you still here, babes? Girl, there's so many pentacles around you. Yay! Those stickers are funny. Oh gosh, jeez. My little hips are like, girl, that pillow is flat. Yeah, Dawn. Okay, good. Dawn, Candy, Nicole, Susan, Carrie, Elise, and then Leah. Oh, Lord. Let's see if we can get it. Otherwise, what I might do is just split them up in days. And maybe I can do you guys tomorrow. Because these are full readings. Okay. Let's see how many we can get. I do have to eat something. I ate chips and that, that wasn't the best. Okay, candy. Ooh, candy. That's interesting. The Empress wanted to yell at you. I yell at you. The Empress wanted to come out, so I think this is a good season. Thank you guys for the likes. Obviously, this is a different type of live today. I want to thank you for hanging out with me, for being subscribers and supporting me, for talking with me. Yeah, I'm on Candy now. So it's Candy, Nicole, and I might have to split and do Susan. I might have to do y'all tomorrow at 7. That way it's 5. I think I'm gonna do it that way. If y'all don't mind, if you're able to be on tomorrow night at 7, I can do you guys at 7. Is that good? Well, do you work tomorrow night? Yeah, I'm doing Dawn now. Says Dawn, Candy, Nicole. Okay. Yeah, so Susan, Carrie, and Elise and Leah, I will do you guys tomorrow night at 7. So I'll just put a part 2, 7 p.m. Eastern. By the time you get off, girl, I can put you at the bottom of the list. You're working PST until 9. I can put you at the bottom of the list. If that works for you, Suze. I don't know. It's gonna be something quick. But I also need to clean up tonight. So I'm gonna do Elon's 3, and then I'll do the other 3. I mean the other 5 tomorrow. I can do that. Hold on. Dawn. No, Dawn. What are my 3? What message do we have for her? What message do we have for her? What is she doing well? What does she need to focus on in the coming year? Did something flip? Yep. Okay. Bye, love. See you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. I'll be on. You could be a little late though, because you'll be number 3. So, well, no, actually, you'll be number 3 because Suze is going to be on the bottom. Okay. What is she doing well? What does she need to focus on? Yeah, I'm saying, Suze, I can do you when you get off. So, I'll just do you when you get off. Like when you pop into my live. Wait, was this hers? No, I don't know. So I'm gonna just put that back in there because it was turned over. Okay. Okay. And then what else? Anything else? Focus on. Oops. Work on. One more. Okay. That's interesting. All right, so it's really interesting. Whew. I'm gonna show you what we got, and then I'm trying to see what we're dealing with. Hey, fire breathing. So we have this gal. Remember, if you guys want the replay, I don't know. Do you want the replay, Dawn? Because you can just come up and just listen. Oh, no problem. Thank you, babes. If you want the replay, Dawn, you can come up and just listen. Because it'll send you the replay right away. Yeah. Or I think right away. So how do I accept? Okay. All right. So and then now you can tell me to stop for real. So I can hear it. All right. Awesome. Okay. So, oh, child. So we have here a Shun of Envy. You requested, but to. Oh, you did. Okay. So, yeah. So Oshun of Envy, that's jealousy, self-doubt, and inadequacy. Then we have Oshun of self-destruction. Okay, so this is basically self-sabotage, destructive patterns, and caution. But then we have Oshun of Unlocked Gates, and this is one of my favorite cards here. And this is about freedom, breaking barriers, and unleashing potential. So one of the big themes, these are the big themes and messages for next year, which is, what's interesting is that came out in the upright. So, what it's making me feel like is that you are aware of this, which is good, but it's still something that you're being asked to continue working on. So it could be the jealousy, but it feels more like towards the inadequacy type of it. Feeling like it's not exactly worthiness, but it has something to that. Basically, not necessarily seeing your own value is a big one that's coming up, because it's also saying that one of your biggest shadows is dealing with the self-sabotage, is dealing with the self-destruction. And again, I'm getting that you have awareness of this. However, it's still one of those things of like, you have to watch out for it. Like, why did I do that? Like, just to give an example, like there's a book by Gay Hendricks, and that book is called, oh my dear God, it just flew out my head, and I had it. The Big Leap. That's what it's called. So it's called the Big Leap, and in this book, he talks about something called the upper limit problem, or ULP, and that is how people will self-sabotage in a way that they don't even realize they're doing. So it's like, every time I'm trying to do something, I have a health issue, or every time I'm trying to do something, there's an accident, or something takes the money, or something like that. But it's like, that's the manifesting power of your self-sabotage. So it's like, instead of having an underlying expectation of things are not going to go well, or I don't deserve this, that expectation needs to be flipped and saying all things working for me. And it's telling me that this kind of is a childhood wound. And the way that can happen is, it doesn't have to be youngest childhood. It could be like early teens or early adult. But there's someone who, when they're budding and coming out in voice, or in like just learning, or just curiosity, that they got, that you, or what have you, had, I'm gonna go with the way that it's coming, is like was shut down. It's like, no, you can't have that. No, who are you to think you can do that, or something to that effect. Hmm. I never noticed that. Okay. Um, That's actually even more beautiful than it was before. Uh, I'll tell it to you in a second, but okay. So I'm being given the biblical story of Adam and Eve, right, with the snake thing, and the whole thing about it was to, uh, that the snake gave them knowledge, and that knowledge is what, like, made them aware of their own nakedness or something. That is what that snake kind of represents for you. Is that, is the education of impossibility, in a way. Because I feel the shutdown early on, like in curiosity and wanting to do something. And it feels like someone slithered into your mind to tell you, no, you can't have it, or no, you can't do it, or no, you can't be it, or no, that's not for you. It's for that type of person. And so it just gave this inadequacy, this self-doubt, and even, yes, this jealousy. So when you see people living out their dreams, the thing they wanted to do, especially if it was something that you had, it's a prickle of like a lashing of that. But it's also where that self-sabotage comes in, because it's like you're repeating this stories heard into your own mind. And so that means like you don't even see yourself really the way that you really are. Like, this is a mirror on a dresser, but then there's like a reflection in front of the reflection. It's just like, it just keeps going on and on and on. These brambles, these thorns, these things that you keep running into, that tell you something negative, even when you're trying to do something positive. However, the healing of it is in that childhood, whatever stage of childhood it would be, is understanding that there is no barrier to any of that. Those people were wrong. That self-belief that you had, initially, or even the curiosity, was correct. And you're being invited to go back and play. And it's interesting because she's reaching out to you, but I also see you reaching out to her. Like, the hands need to touch, and to accept. It's like you need to accept her. Like, hey, we're a little silly. Hey, we dream big dreams. Hey, we talk too much. But who's to say it's too much? Maybe people don't listen enough. You know what I mean? So it just feels like reframing that for her, but also coming to play, because those gates, those prisons of self-sabotage and of doubt, she's saying that, okay, that did happen from your dad in college. Okay. But she's saying, come play. Like, those bars don't get to hold you anymore. And so that younger self, I would definitely reconnect with, and just, and I would do a meditation for that, like get a meditation track from like YouTube or something, and just like maybe even one where you're like, I like to do the ones that are like spirit guide, like meet your spirit guide or whatever. But the intention could be to actually meet your younger self, to reconnect with her, to give her acceptance, to tell her, hey, it was a great idea. Hey, he was short-sighted. Like stuff like that, so that we can heal those parts. We can start to heal those parts. But that's the biggest thing, is it'll get rid of all of this. Not completely, but the more you say yes, let's go play. Yes, let's go be curious. Yes, let's do what we want to do. Yes, even if it's serious or silly. Like, the more you say yes, the smaller and smaller these get. I won't say it that way. And just go play. I was going to put the yourself at the end, but I was like, no, that's not appropriate, because somebody will take that out of context. But go play. All right. So I hope that theme of 2026 is making sense for you. It's like, go play. Because right now we have, I'm going to say it this way, we have Big Daddy, or people pretending to be Big Daddy, telling us all the things that we can't do and what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to be. But it's like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to play. I'm going to go. I'm going to travel. I'm going to go see the world. I'm going to do what I want to do. I just got to put that out there so the world could help me do it, So those are big themes for next year, is start diminishing the serpents of self-sabotage and doubt and insecurity and even jealousy when you see people doing the things that they want to do. Because there's, and I bring that up because I'm having this Mel Robbins video come to mind where somebody asked her about jealousy or something, and she said, jealousy is only anger at yourself for not doing it too, or something of that nature, or jealousy is telling you what you were supposed to be doing. Like, if you're jealous of somebody on stage or jealous of someone, you know, having 12 kids, then it's like, that's the thing that you wanted to do and you didn't do it. So now you're mad at them for pursuing whatever it is, whatever the thing is. I don't know where 12 kids came from, but oh wait, I do, because that's what I wanted. I wanted 11 boys and 1 girl. Don't ask. So that's that. So if you do feel that at all, if that's like part of the insecurity is seeing other people be happy doing the things that you thought of doing yourself or what have you, then that's one of those things to be thinking about. Listen, I had one and started teaching and I was like, you know, the twins are lucky they snuck in. So let's see. Are we doing an annual for you or are we doing a house thing for you? Oh man, music. Like a astrological. So annual or astrological. Okay. Are we doing these cards or are we doing these cards? Okay. All right. So tell me when to stop, have in your head what we're doing, which is looking at the energy of your 2026. There we go. Like, find the rhythm. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. We'll put those over there. All right. Just tell me when to stop now. Whenever. Okay. You got a lot of amplifiers. All right, so you might need to take yourself off the mic, off of mute. Yeah, take yourself off and why is that little ant bothering me? I can't hear her. No, there you go. Just tell me. Okay. Do I take these as for a year? Okay, I do. All right, so this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Move over, move over. November, December, and then your extra one for the theme. Okay. Interesting. All right, so January, we're starting with the Fool in reverse. Then February, we have the 6 of Pentacles. I'm just going to get them all turned over. Wrong. Then we have the 6 of Wands for March. Again, just keep these in general. It's not necessarily per year. Then we have the Swords in reverse. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Wands in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups in the second half of the year. We have the Wheel. And so that's August. Then we have the Page of Cups, right? Yeah, Page of Cups. Okay. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Ace of Swords in the upright. And then we have the Six of Cups in the upright. And then we have a few amplifiers. All right, so first half of the year. Okay. So it feels like, and we're going to go with the reading of this first one, which is the Fool. Right. It feels like here in the Fool, in the reverse, that instead of letting go and trusting that you are going to be supported and trusting that your movement is going to be aligned, that because this is water, this is spirituality, this is I call it the lotus, but it's something else. And then this is an amethyst, and this is intuition and spirituality. So it's like, instead of trusting the intangible, it's like you're trying to control things, and that instead of waiting for the answer, you're kind of trying to force the answer or think you have the answer. So it's like, even as you set, let's say, your goals for next year, I think you're being asked here to be open to a different, I guess I'll say spiritual interpretation. Meaning, like, you can say, hey, I want to travel the world, right? Like, I'm going to make goals for that, and I'm going to travel the world. But it's like, how are you going to travel the world? That might be different. It might not be as a traveler. It might end up being as work, or it might be a girls trip, or like, it might not be anything that you might have expected. So it's like, leave it open to interpretation. So even though you still need to have some sort of a vision, don't try to control and be rigid about how that's going to look. Set your intention and then just relax into it. Allow it to happen. Be foolish. Like, allow that thing to happen, because it's going to be provided if you allow it to happen. So even though this is supposed to be a Six of Pentacles, and it actually is, there's this 8 here. And this eight is an infinity symbol. So it's like, so above, so below, and also reciprocal nature. So while in the Rider-Waite, we're talking about nostalgia and things of this nature, this is talking about, to me, what I'm getting is give and take. So it's like, make sure your relationships, especially, that just came to me. Make sure like your relationships are of give and take, are of balance. Because whatever doesn't serve you well is not going to actually serve you well. It doesn't have any space to be in there. So this is about you being as giving and as abundant and as benevolent as the universe gets to be with you. So this is having that two-way relationship, but this is also, like I said, with the infinity symbol and the flow of it, this is also, again, attached to your own particular spirituality. It's like having that set of rules is like, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Again, reciprocal nature, but it's also the energy you put out is the energy you will also receive, just how different it is. So, and an interesting note here, I'm going to say this here. Hey, Angela. An interesting note here is that it says help coming from others. So we want to be open to that too. Instead of just being the person who's always giving, allow yourself to also be a person who receives, and you will receive. And it just feels, I'd say, pretty good. So allow yourself. And that's part of this too, like not trying to be in control all the time, but allow yourself to be in receiving as much as you give. And then there's the Six of Wands. Now the Six of Wands, this is, oh my gosh, in this card and this deck, this is a pretty amazing card. Because as you can see, there's using your voice, there's standing up, there's you know, like receiving. Well, it's being victorious, but it's also like receiving, even though there's no crowd there for us to see, it feels like also allowing yourself to like receive praise, to receive adoration. I love how they wrote it here. They said badass success, badass success. So it's accomplishments. It's allowing yourself to be seen. It's being an influencer. It's inspiring other people. It's like letting your light shine. Oh, okay. Wait, there is an audience. So these hands here are the audience. Okay. I do like also that there's some distance away from the hands though. So it's like still being in your distance, still being, you know, in your protection, because that light shines, but it also, like it shines, it acts as a mic, but it also gets to act as a source of protection. It's like be okay being seen, but keep your boundaries, keep people where they need to be, even as you show up. The other thing too here is they are turned away from us, the viewer, right? So we're seeing the back of them. So what I get for that, oh, okay, coming in. What I'm getting for that is like, don't worry about what's behind you. Don't worry about like what's in the past. Don't worry about the things that are not important in the season. Like keep your focus forward on what matters at that time. And it's not necessarily the people matter, but what matters is you being out in your, not just element. Sometimes like when I say purpose, it feels like, oh, that's cliche, because I don't feel like a lot of people have it defined. But it's like, okay, I mean, we all know alignment. It's like like when you get your car done, your wheels have to be in alignment so that if you take your hands off, you're still straight for a while. Like you're still good for a minute until you put your hands back on it. So that's kind of like what it is here, is like this person is in their element. They are in their season, right? And your season, judging by like all the rest of these cards, 26 is if not the beginning, is definitely a time where you're going to be immersed in a season of purpose, a season of alignment, and embrace that shit, right? Like you just have to not allow yourself to be afraid of the light. Just step all the way into the light. What happens will happen. Just keep your distance. You know, don't let people in your space who don't deserve to be there. This right here is the Justice card. So we're moving into the second quarter of the year. And this is, again, about taking responsibility for your own action. So it's not about you seeking justice and getting justice. This is about you just being aware of, like, again, the energy you put out is going to be the energy that you receive. And so, like, this is learn from your past. I like how they wrote it here. It says, justice asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all and grow from it. So don't be in the fear of it, the shadow of it, the refusal to even look at it and shine the light on it. You want to make sure that that you Yeah, it says if fear is causing you to act in a way that you aren't proud of, seek a variety of perspectives before judging the other person's actions as good or bad. It's being aware of you, like the energy that you're putting out and how it can be received or perceived by other people. So that's really important too, considering it's following the stepping out into the light. And then here it is in the shadow. It's saying, what you say matters, what you do matters, and how it impacts people matters. So be aware of how you're moving in that. The second thing is to balance all of that, right? Balance being true to yourself, your voice, and balance going after the bag, right? Because these are the pentacles. So this is having priorities, but understanding that both things have to be true and they are both in alignment. Sometimes one is up and more important. Sometimes the other one is going to be up and more important. So understand that the balance doesn't mean that things have to be equal. The balance means that sometimes there's a front runner and a back burner. And that's the type of balance, is as long as you let the other one have its place in time, then it can swing the other way as well. So don't think everything is priority. They are not. Some take priority and some take, planning, preparation, whatever. So don't let that, this is, wow, I don't know. You're coming into quite a season. And so it's about keeping your priorities straight, essentially, keeping your priorities in alignment, because even as you have success, even as you, okay, even as you are stepping into yourself even more, into your own spirituality, into your own being, into your own purpose, be aware of those things. Now the Five of Wands here is saying that don't look at people as your competition. Look at people as your collaboration, as your collaborators. All right. Don't be so doggone competitive, because the thing is, if you're all trying to come up, there could be a way for you to all put your sticks together so that you do all come up. And so be open to collaborations as they come. And this is also going to be another part of your success, which is going to be pretty delicious. I love that they're saying here too, choose to excel. You're going to look for the healthy competition or the healthy collaboration that inspires you, not the ones that deplete you, okay? And then we move into celebration and community. And I think that's what this biggest thing is about. Like the more you come out in the shadow, out of the shadows, the more you step forward in the light, the more you're aware of the responsibility of your voice, of your actions, of your presence, the more that you put things into priority, including collaboration, so that you take things kind of off your own plate, the more you'll have to celebrate, the more you'll create a community that is inspired by you, but that is also there to keep you lifted as well. I love that. And it's interesting because what I'm also hearing is be aware that it might not always look the way you think it's going to look. Okay? So everyone has value and everyone has purpose. That includes you. So this is harmony in relationships, and this is basically having wholeness. This is coming because your world then in the second half is that you'll see that some part of your world is going to be complete. Something is going to come to an end, and it's going to be a beautiful end, because there are seasons to everything, right? So this is the world. Yeah. So this is wholeness. This is achievement. This is completion. It's full circle. So some of the things that you have been planting are going to be harvested. Some of the things that you have harvested now have to be replanted for a different season as you go and escalate and evaluate. This also includes your own spirituality. And again, I think we talked about this before, was traveling. So this also includes like if you end up traveling the world, like for real, like literally the world. So this is happy endings. This is achievement. This is pretty good. The second half of the year looking really great. The Page of Cups is for you to dream a new dream. Get ridiculous with it. Get wild with it. Be like, what would happen if? Do the things that people say will never happen, such as pigs flying. Do the things that have you looking at yourself in a different perspective. Because sometimes we don't always see ourselves wholly. But here, this person gets to see his legs, which are super long, by the way, compared to where they got cut off. That's kind of weird. But also come from a place of an alignment and of inspiration and of joy and love. And as you see, there's a connection here, and it feels like ancestrally, spiritually, being connected, and again, alignment. Alignment's a big word here. I hope that's making sense. I really do. Okay. Yeah, dream a new dream. Yeah, be naive. Enjoy it. Be motivated. Okay, good. All right, so then we have the Pentacles in reverse. This is opposite to what we have with Amy because you're in the upside down. So this is it's a little strange here because it follows the card of like be a little ridiculous, dream a little dream, like get out there. Whereas this one is saying, come back to earth a little bit, okay? Because you're dreaming a little bit too far, too out there. So it could be, I don't know. This is actually like kind of in conflict with each other for me. So let me see here real quick. Progress happens one life stage at a time. You must anchor into the details while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds to dream. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. This is a contradiction in sort. So you might feel like you can't balance it all. So that might be what's coming up for you. Because even after having success, let me tell you, it could be actually scary. You're like, wait, why am I having all this success? I'm not deserving of success. That goes back to your, there we go. That goes back to your theme over the year is the thing that you're working to achieve, like to not sabotage yourself. Because after all this success and after the community building and the love and the things happening that you just aren't used to happening, even though it's something that you wanted to happen, this is saying, that you may have that moment of self-sabotage. So be aware of it. If it's happening for you, it's because it is for you. Like, like success is for you too. And you are welcome to it. Because you're going to be having ideas after ideas after ideas. Like you're going to get like the big ahas, the innovation. Like you're going to be one of the muse's favorite children this year. And this is towards the end of the year. My bad. So this is like getting ready for 2027 even. Like, ooh, here's what I want to do for next year. Because this is like November here. So with it being the Ace of Swords, this is overthinking. This right here is, girl, let those dreams and thoughts and what ifs come. Because you can start to narrow them down if as you want to. And then I do feel as the year wraps to a close that this is looking back over the year, which is a good thing. Like seeing how far you've come and seeing like just all the good things that you've achieved and some of that. So it could be also including some reconnection, finding that inner child self with your future self. she said, come play and do that. That would be like really, really awesome. So as a whole, the year looks pretty darn good. Most of the downs look like they are self-sabotage type of downs. And thematically, you're being asked to get uncomfortable. You're being asked to choose your own adventure. Like, go out. And there's the world again. There's something about travel for you, girl. Like something, that's like 3 or 4 cards that have mentioned travel for you. And then for travel to come up in my example as well. So, all right. So Queen of Cups, be all intentional with your spirituality. Let yourself reconnect to who you are. Answer only to you for this. Oh, okay. So this is like, go with the feeling. If it's a yes, go with a yes. This here is, take this stuff, like, don't be of ambivalent mind. Don't let things try to eat at you. But also, while this is slightly negative in that respect, I can also see the positive way of it is put on your blindfold so that you are not letting fear, you know, as it pops up, make you blind. That's another way that I'm interpreting this too, is to definitely not take your eyes off of your inner self, your dream, and then block out the noise, because this is having to make decisions. This is a big crossroad. And one of the best ways to make decisions about big crossroads is to check in and say, hey, what are we doing? Like, you tell me what's up. And then this is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, again, she's supposed to be good. She's supposed to be a leader, chilling, being introspective. I see the swords coming in here. So these are warnings here, because we didn't have swords. We didn't have swords in the reading. So now we're getting swords on your outliers, your amplifiers. So they're saying, listen, don't you do what you do now. Don't do what you do. You need to allow, in this case, allow fetch to happen. So this is, don't get too caught up in your emotions. Don't, but also, what's the other thing? Okay, sometimes this communication style can come off as cold or cutting, because she cuts through the bull. Hey, Chris. And then it says, if you're having trouble communicating something that is difficult for another person to hear, know that they will, you can always dip your toe in the cup of empathy and compassion to help out. So, even though you might be a person who can like just be like, all right, this is what it is, and this is what it ain't. It's saying here, like, all right, do it with empathy though. But never stop speaking your truth. Truth is truth. The other thing here is the Knight of Pentacles. All through the next year, you're going to be planting seeds, lots of seeds, that you will be harvesting at another time, or by the end of the year, it looks like. So there are seeds there, and then community building. There's something really big for you about actually putting that community together, working together with people. Remember, we had partnership, we had the community cups, we had everything. Like, so this is really good for you. This is about the values, the seeds you're leaving, even as you travel the world. Where are we? Here. So even as you travel the world, you'll be dropping seeds and spreading your light and that kind of stuff. So it looks like 2026 is a pretty good year for you, as long as you stay out of your head. As long as you stay out of your head. And that's it for that. Is that understandable? Is it registering for you? Okay, good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, so Candy, you're up. Yeah, you're an overthinker. Okay. Hello, fellow overthinker. Yes, definitely stay out of your head. If it's in your head, put it on paper so that you can see it. Oop. Okay. I gotta put a little ant trap. My parents have these little teeny tiny ants, but there's an ant trap that works for them, and I gotta get my ant trap out because I think they've returned. They like me. it works for like 3 months. Yep, they're back. It works for like 3 months, and then the rain will drive them back out. So then you got to put a trap down again. Those teeny, teeny, teeny ones. I don't even know what those are, but they're Florida. So, all right, cool. See, releasing that anxiety. Releasing that anxiety. Look, you got swords again, child. Releasing that anxiety. Okay. Dawn, are you here? Oh, there you are. All right. So, Dawn, I just talked to you. Okay. So, I'm going to let you down so we can get Candy up. Candy girl. No, stop. She probably hears it all the time. Conde, are you here? Oh, I can't get you up. Wait, is Candy still here? Because I know she had to go. If not, Nicole, are you still here? Okay, I'll put those two on probably for Tuesday then. I'll do a live on Tuesday. I don't mind. Tra-la-la-la. Okay, so I'm going to put Candy and Nicole. I'm going to put y'all for Tuesday. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and do you, Suze. Suze, are you here? Okay, let's go ahead and get you done then. And then I'll move them down to Tuesday. Who else just came in here? So it was Chris and Angela. Okay, so Angela and Chris. All right, so we're gonna do Sue's, and that'll be the last one for today. But tomorrow, we're gonna do 5 more, and then I guess Wednesday we'll do the other 3 or 4 or 5, whatever's left. And that'll be basically my subscriber Sunday. Like, they won't all be this big because this is for the whole year, so they won't all take this long. But subscriber Sunday, I think I like keeping that. I'll just let y'all know if it's something different. Oh, 7 p.m. I'll be live. Can you hear me? You're also singing? I think you did a request, so I'm going to get you up. Yes, you did.
Hold on.
Hello. Hey, love. Okay, hold on. So 7 p.m. Yeah, so for you others, so again, Sin, Carrie, Elise, Leah, and Angela, I'll do you guys on Monday at 7. And then Chris,
Let's see if it's cooking.
I guess Candy and
20
Nicole,
minutes. We're just gonna make some ramen. Okay,
I'll do y'all on Tuesday
trap.
at 7.
Don't want you to trip, darling.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
I was gonna go, Candy girl.
I know she probably hates that. Oh my gosh.
So good though.
I love that song. That was my first, well, second first crush was Ralph Tresvant.
Oh my god.
He was so cute. Okay, so we're gonna do your 3, and then when I'm ready for the light, what do you call this thing? Light Seers Tarot, then you'll tell me to stop. But we're gonna do the 3 first to see what are the things for the next year, what to keep doing, or what to pay attention to and start working on. And so this is for Suze. Okay. Oh, are you sure? Because didn't we just have these? Okay. Oh, they are in different order. Hold on. Okay. I may say something. Wait, hold on. Are you sure? Okay. It's like, yes. So we have some of the same issue that we just had with Dawn. These two came out too for you. Both of them, the self-sabotaging and the inadequacy, or self-doubt. So self-sabotaging and self-doubt. So both of these came out together very strongly, even though they were separated by another card. And then the third one that came out is the boundaries. So this is about cord cutting. So yeah, so this is talking about some things that we have to liberate from, because if you see, the other word here is energetic balance and then liberation. So I'm sure you heard what I was saying about being being fed the language of not being good enough. But in some respects, though, for you, it kind of feels like you actually adopted that language as opposed to someone. I mean, they may have told you, but it was like different than them telling you, but you perceiving it in the way that you were treated or the way that they acted, or it feels like your self-conclusion is what I'm saying. And so that was some internal dialogue. Not to say that it wasn't still a spiritual serpent, so to speak, but it was like, kind of look at them. They're being treated different, or they're received differently, or, something's different about them and about you, and you're not this. So it kind of feels like a self language here. That was embraced by you, as if it was actually truth. And that, like I said, led to a pattern of the self-destruction, a pattern of maybe being overly cautious, instead of taking the chance. It's like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be imperfect. I don't want anyone looking at me trying. And then here it's saying, you got to kind of cut the cord on those things. Um, Yeah, that's one part, but it's also about the vampires you have, you know, people who call you with bad news, or like you're having a good day and then you get a phone call and they're not, so it's like vampires in a way. So there's like some boundaries that need to go in place over a lot of, I guess, relationships that you have had, or that you currently have. Like carving that space of peace, and you can't enter that yet. I'm not ready for this. Let me guard myself, protect myself, and then I'll listen to you. So, and if you see, like, there's the roses, so obviously the thorns and stuff. And it's interesting because, like, she's covered in all this gold, but it's not a good thing necessarily. It just feels like muck as opposed to shine. But that color is still there. It's still underneath. And so there's got to be some releasing, some liberation from other people's energies, because it's sapping and seeping your color out. And it's done that for a while. So, oh, that's an eclipse. Why the heck did I think that was an afro? So you see, like, it like blocks the light. So it's an eclipse. Interesting. And then it's also led to an encased heart. So that's definitely the thing that we want to be aware of thematically, especially for the next year. The things that we want to work on is, again, the reframing of, not the reframing, excuse me. No, you're being asked for the releasing of these things, of the self disbelief or whatever. You know what I mean? The self-criticism, the self-doubt. Like, it's time to release that. It's not a butterfly, it's a moth. It's trying to steal your light. Like, it's time to, you know, shoo fly, don't bother me. Okay. Okay. So yes, it's a big deal for you right now to be like working extra hard on that, because it will thank you. It will let like the like what's underneath, I'm just gonna say, get its color back, get its shine back. Because like, because you deserve to. Period. Okay. That's interesting. All right. Are we doing an annual or an astrological? Okay. So, you're gonna tell me when to stop. Yeah. This versus. Okay, this is an amplifier. Okay. Amplifiers.
Do I tell you to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you telling me now? Okay. All right. Cool. So, thank you. This is January, February, March, April. I'm gonna just put them on top of each other because duh, that makes it easy. March, April, May, June. These are amplifiers. July, August, September, October, November, December. And then this is the theme. Okay. All right, so January, February. Oh, I've never seen that card. Temperance. I've never seen Temperance from this deck. All right, let's look at the first half of this year. The second half. All right, we got a lot of cups. A lot of cups. One, two, three, four. We got cups and swords. That's pretty much it. Cups and swords. Oh, okay. Except at the end of the year, things get a little different. All right, cool. This feels like it ties definitely into the 3 things to be aware of over the year. Because it's the same thing here. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have Temperance. We have Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have 4 of Cups. We have 6 of Swords. We have Knight of Swords in the reverse. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups in reverse, the 2 of Cups in reverse. the Star in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, but then we have the Hangman, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that's that, and then we'll look at the theme later. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be something that we have to pay attention to, and it is going to be the things that you feed yourself. So, just like we ended with the Queen of Swords that time, this is you speaking your truth, and that is just so important. But again, doing it with empathy, because the Queen of Swords is an empathetic but honest character. So, like she's definitely a thought leader. She knows where she's going. She's confident in that. And so to start the year off with this shadow, like definitely one of the things you want to be paying attention to. Um, this is telling me that it's really imperative, especially because it's like speaking to the other three cards that you had as your thematic things, which was the self-doubt part and then the self-sabotage part. So she's somebody who doesn't BS, and part of self-doubt and self-sabotage is the BS, is the selling yourself a lie, but is also putting up with BS. She doesn't. So what you don't want to do is become really cold and cutting and bitter with it, but you want to, say it with empathy, but still say it with truth. Like, this is my truth, and so I'll either deal with this or I will not. Now, Temperance is similar to Two of Cups. But temperance is, for what I'm getting here, is that it's duality. But then also, if you notice, it's like angel wings and the sun behind. So being that this is actually a major arcana card, like I said, I've never seen this card in all the times that I've used this thing so far. This, not this thing, what do you call it? This deck so far. This is my first time seeing it. Like, I never actually like looked at it before because I never had to. So what I definitely get is the duality of it. Yes, vacillating between both, right? The colors of the card really do stick out. There's the night and then there's the day. So that duality is a big thing, and it's asking you to be the blend of both. It's saying that in this season of your life, it's not choosing one thing or the other thing. It's trying to see what that fusion actually looks like. And it's similar to the Two of Pentacles, just not as extreme as the Two of Pentacles, where it was like one up and then one down. This one is saying that there will be something sometimes where this one takes precedent, but they're still fairly equal. And again, I would definitely be checking into my spiritual self to see, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this not? So this is about you being more in balance with yourself. Like the Queen of Swords would be what we would say is like kind of masculine energy, but with a feminine twist, because she's about that internal work, and whereas a masculine energy does tend to be more outspoken and more outward than that. So this is like, you're allowed to exist in both. You're allowed to be a leader and also a nurturer. It's saying that like there's complete purpose. Yeah, it's so much duality, but it's like everything here though, with the angel present especially, is like it's giving purpose to it. It's saying that this is okay. This can you still hear me? Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah. But this is definitely about you. Okay, good. This is definitely about you. These little teenager guys. There should be nobody calling at 10 o'clock at night. Hold on. Oh. That's funny. Yeah. So for me, with it being an angel and with this being the major arcana, this is telling me that this is the lesson we're here to learn. Is like how to balance things out, how to stop being an extreme of one thing or the other thing, and understand that you're actually both. You don't have to give up one to be in favor of the other, so to speak. Um, And it's also saying, like, be comfortable with that, right? Like, rest in comfort of that. Now, the other one is Knight of Cups. So, Knight of Cups is, our romance card. As you see, he's your, hey, girl. Like, I am Leo. So, it's just interesting. But I don't want to speak to it necessarily being about a relationship outward, because honestly, it just feels like a lot of these readings right now are about you guys specifically, and anyone who comes in has to come into who you are navigating. So this is saying here, to protect your heart though, is okay, duality, right? Duality. So it is to protect your heart, but it is also to be open, be vulnerable, be like allow your emotions to flow. It's just don't let your emotions rule. Like you have these cards that, and so crazy that these precede this one. So because these two are like coming into this one. And so with the queen, like it's like don't be too cold, but it's also don't be too emotional. And then it's like open up and be a little vulnerable, but don't be too much. So it really does feel like thematically you're trying to find balance. You're trying to find not even balance. Let me change that word. You're trying to find harmony, because obviously there's no evil keel of anything. The other part to this, and I want to make sure I say this, is vulnerability. Vulnerability. Um, it's like, okay, so I'm getting allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to take the time to be real, raw, and honest with yourself. To remove the shame from it, from any tears, from anything, like being like I can't be joyful when other people are sad. Like it just feels like you restrain yourself a little too much in all kinds of instances. And it's like, no, you are allowed to have joy even when other people have grief. You are allowed to have grief even when other people have joy. It just feels like allow yourself to be human is one of the biggest parts about this. Now as far as like love, romance, things of that nature, I'm not going to speak to that. But what I will say is, yeah, yeah, allow yourself to shine, and yeah, but exactly, but it's also, there's so much duality with this message for you, because it's like, actually, no, open yourself to love, but also don't be so damn vulnerable. I mean, not damn vulnerable, so damn open to like every time you talk to somebody and it goes good, it's like, ooh, that might be the one. We're not looking for the one. We're looking for the fun. I think that's where we're really trying to go here is understand that like we're not trying to make it serious. We're trying to it's just trying to be fun and open. to be appreciated and loved, to feel not even loved, but to feel sensual, desired, wanted. I think you need to know what that feels like again. But the act of like dressing up for yourself, not necessarily dressing up for someone else. So even if it's like going on a date, it's like, I'm going out because I feel good in this. This is what I want to see myself in. So it's more like turn some of that love towards yourself, even if it is just to go have fun and be out with someone else. Yeah, if people want to date, they need people who really care about them for them, not for their own desire. Wait, hold on. Exactly. It's like, let your hair down and light some candles, spread your joy. Like, yeah, like, okay. Ain't nobody saying we get married. I'm trying to enjoy being desired, right? And feeling good. But the other part about this is that this is April, so we don't want to be missing the opportunities for abundance. And that could even include the dating. We can't be sitting over here like, I'm all alone. No, I'm bored. No, this is saying, don't be a brat. I like how she put it there for that one. Like, don't be a brat. Appreciate what you have, but also allow yourself to have more. Like, allow yourself to have more. You literally have a rainbow coming into this cup that you're not even paying attention to. Allow yourself to have more. Yeah, people need to be themselves and not what other people want. Exactly. If you go on a date, it's not, ooh, I hope he likes me. Like, I hope he likes his dress. No, child, like, listen, I feel good in this. And if he's like, nice dress, you're like, I know. Oh, you look good. Yeah, I know. Like that kind of thing. Hey, singing mystic. It's like, yeah, date yourself while you're out dating. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Shoot, even have a conversation with yourself. What was that? Oh no, I was talking to myself. Because I'm such a fun date. All right. But this is like, don't be refusing the opportunities. They are there. And like that last one could be a good one. It is filling your cup with the rainbow. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. But the Six of Swords, which is coming in around May, this is transition. So, and I like the way they say it here, because in the other one, it's a little bit different. But you see these birds here? This is because you are out in the world with no oar, and the birds are helping you. Exactly. And the birds are helping you. So the birds are the birds are your help. So it says, this is help arriving at the perfect time. A rite of passage, healing, moving beyond the trauma. I don't know, girl. Actually, I feel like you are being worked on a little bit in this love space. Just a little bit in this love space. So yeah, moving beyond the trauma, the shadows of the past, support from others, personal evolution. But it's almost an eat, pray, love situation. Not like hers exactly, but like also loving yourself. Like that feels like a big part of the journey is finding that love for yourself. The other thing too, like I said, with my waters are always spiritual things. So this is also a spiritual journey, and being open through it. Now this feels really fast. It feels like it is going to be movement. Let me tell you, like, I met my fiance when I was not looking for anybody at all. I'll tell you that. So when we got on the phone, I was telling him all the things I was not looking for. I was like, look, let's just get this out the way. We're just going to go have fun. Let's just get this out of the way. And then it turned out, dang, we had so much in common. It was ridiculous. And now here we are. Okay. So, this is also, like I said, like also love for yourself too. But you're going through this rite of passage. You're going through this transition, and it's going to be happening fast. So there's going to be messaging. You'll see signs. You'll see break out some Barry White. Girl, some of that Barry White can get you in trouble. You telling me this, you're telling me that. Once I get with you. um, but this is also like it's spirituality. I feel a lot of it being worked on self, yes. But I also feel like there's gonna okay. Love is gonna crack you open. I'm gonna tell you though, while this is the King of Swords and this is about leadership and it's also about confidence and it's also about that clear thinking and the communicating, it feels like that's who you didn't have before. And so when we're talking about clearing out the past, we're also talking about this person too. We're also talking about getting rid of the person who was manipulative. We're talking about getting rid of the person who was calculating and rigid and tried to control you. So this person was in your past, and it just feels like if you don't clear out and be open and vulnerable, they might return in a different type of way, a different type of setting, or maybe even a different type of iteration. And we don't want that coming back. So all this work that we've been having to do for the beginning of the year, we need to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? You need to actually do it. That's the first half of the year. And it's interesting to be having swords, right? Well, swords for almost half the for half the thing. So then we're moving back into cups, and it's the same thing. You're not allowing yourself to have joy. Okay, this is the universe, spirit, God, whomever wanting to support you, even when you're feeling like you're drowning. You're being actually overwhelmed with abundance and spirituality and goodness. However, zoinks. In the reverse, it's like you're losing it. You see there, like if you see the picture, it just looks different. I mean, ignore the water, but it's like you spilled it. You're losing it, and now you're trying to dive and go get it, and that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be more free than that, and if you see like all the gold light, that tells you that it's a signifier of goodness. Except, like I said, it's in the reverse. So this is about those unfulfilled desires. This is about delayed gratification. This is about unmanifested dreams. It's not finances. Not really the finances so much. The interesting thing is I don't see a financial thing really until we get to the end about what finances really will be for you. This is I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, but the saying is sow your mind, sow your money. That's the saying. So if your if your mind is kind of a junk drawer of negativity, so will your finances be. And this is asking you to clear yourself out because your finances are a result of this self-sabotage. The finances are a result of the self-doubt. Those things block the currency, the flow of that. And so this is fairly the same thing because then we have another cup. And girl, I'm really feeling this relationship stuff is a big deal. Because again, when I tell you there's so much emotion here, you have so many cups. So there's some clearings that need to be happening in this emotional set. Self-wise as well as human-wise, like, outside of yourself. Because this is emotional blocks. This is not being open to receive love. This is disharmony. Unions disrupted. Separation. Healing past trauma is needed. So this is what's literally blocking your finances. If we're going to talk about finances in that way, this is that. And this is you believing that it can't be better. So honestly, I want you to take this kind of as a warning as opposed to what your year is going to actually be. This is reminding you that you need to dream another dream. Because again, if that's delay, and this is delay, then we got work to do, right? This is your negative mindset. This is your self-doubt. Yet again, this is the lack of confidence. And this is saying you got to tune out this negative stuff and start looking for inspiration. Look up to the stars. In fact, hitch your damn wagon to one. Is like call it in your spirituality. That is the thing that you're being asked to do, is to really like clear this shit out. Like, and I gotta say it that way because it's stopping you, literally stopping you. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have love. You deserve to be able to love freely and safely. Because then you got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is all about that passion and freedom and carefree and look at me, I'm visible, and action and ambition and desire and dreams. And yet you got it in the reverse. This love is outside, but this love is inside too. But here's the good news about it, is that you're just in a place of suspension and you have the choice. This is all choice, is to reach for something better, to reach into who you are, allow your light to shine, and understand that you are supported, absolutely supported, by yourself, one, but also by what brought you here in the first place. And again, water, spirituality. So even if you fell in, guess what? You would find a way to be victorious and supported anyway. And all this water, all this spirituality, all this self-love, all this flow, all your water is in the reverse except this one. So we can get here. And then once you do, that's when your finances are amazing. This is literally the last card. Literally the last card. So to get to this, if you want to accelerate it, if you want to speed it up, you want to do the real work. You really want to do the real work. You want to clear it out. You want to have the self-love. You want to like really carve time for yourself. Self-love isn't just getting your nails done or whatever. Self-love is also self-acceptance. It's also seeing your self-worth. It's also seeing that if we like have that picture that Dawn had of the younger self, it's like saying, because it's limited to 3, but obviously there are other things that we have to work on. And this is saying the biggest thing you need to work on is your heart, your ability to love, because it'll help change your mind and it'll help change your money. Because what's waiting for you is some serious success. It's really there. It's for the planting, it's for the taking, it's for the asking, it's for the getting. It's literally there for you. So you can end your year, waiting to get to this point, or you can actually just start at any point. This is how I'm getting it for you, is that you can start at any time. Like you can really start at any time, clearing this stuff out, letting the water flow again, letting it run. Like, okay, I think I don't know if you were on it when I was talking about it, but like if you've ever seen the example, who did this example? I don't think it was Mel Robbins. It was someone. Brene Brown. It was someone. And it was like if you have a muddy cup, so to speak. Wow. Hold on, let me finish this and then we'll, because this is the last one, we're wrapping up. So, the thing, like if you have, let's say you have a cranberry juice, like a cup of cranberry juice. If you pour water and keep pouring water and keep pouring water, it will eventually flush out the cranberry and be replaced with water. So this is what I'm saying, is like allowing that water to flow. It'll start to move out the silt. It'll start to move out the dirt, the trash. It'll start to move out the debris left over from other relationships and other in the things that people spoke into your life. So it's really imperative that it feels like forgiveness too, but more forgiveness for self than for anybody else, to be perfectly honest. You just release them, like bless and release, child, go about your way. But you can't bless and release you. You got to deal with you. You got to see you. You got to show up for you. And that's the biggest thing about it. Oh, girl. What I tell you is telling you, this is your end of year. This is your theme over all of it. And the funniest thing is, you don't get a damn pentacle until the very end. So how is this a theme over it? Because all of this is exactly what I said. All of this is stopping this. And the way it showed up is security, financial security, comfort, all of that. So these two things are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Oh, is that an energy thing? So let me just show you these real quick because these are your amplifiers. Okay, get out your head. Get out your head. You're in a nest. You're supported. So you are actually not as tied up as it looks. So that's a big thing. If you notice, she's not tied up, but because of the way things look, she feels like she is, and she's actually holding herself like she is. But oh my God, it came back for you. It came back for you a second time. Girl, you the Empress. You finna manifest some real things, some real stuff. Oh, Ace of Cups. That means your heart is gonna grow. You're not gonna be a Grinch. It's gonna be 3 times its size. The Magician. So the things that you manifest will come to life. Listen, girl. These amplifiers are saying, here's what's waiting. The 7 of Pentacles. Girl, look at all your pentacles and your amplifiers. Okay. And the 8 of Wands. Child. Okay, look at you with the heart gun. The 8 of Wands. So the creativity. Oh my gosh. First of all, the major arcana showing up at the end. Yes. Yeah, because even your hangman showed up at the end. So it's only your star. Well, your star showed up in the second half also. So the only major arcana you had towards the front was Temperance. And Temperance is saying you get to be both, light and dark. All right, so really quickly, I just want to go over a couple of things here. So, yeah, 7 of Pentacles. The things that you have planted are, this is definitely that. So this is about harvesting the fruits of your labor. So again, patience. This is going to take patience. And this is a big, big, big sign to keep going. All right. So the affirmation here is, as I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. Then you have the 8 of Wands. No swords in the amplifiers at all. So that's good. That's real good. So hold on. Let me do the cups since that's right up front. So give you the Ace of Cups. Again, oh, look. Girl. A new connection, new romantic relationship. Friends, seeds of love, hope, newfound emotions, awakening your heart, joy, positive outcomes, oneness, bliss, and creativity. Man, this is fantastic. 8 of Wands, things happening fast. So it is a thing of it. Like I said, like you actually can accelerate your year, but it's do the work, clear out the space, run that water until it's clear. Upcoming positive resolution, haste, good news is what that is. Also, the Empress is your divine feminine. The goddess, unity, motherhood, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love. Okay, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, and spirit. And then finally, and then the Magician is the last one to go over. So the Magician, yeah, these are your skills, your power of manifestation, your creativity, and your resourcefulness. So what's your year looking like in 2026? You got some work to do, girl. You can accelerate it though and have the abundance financially, probably accelerated by like half a year and get that abundance part up way earlier. Abundance, creativity, and love. All of those coming. But you got to start with that self-love and clearing out the mess, clearing out the debris, and letting those other things go. No self-sabotage. Oh man, that was beautiful. I love it. So thank y'all for letting me read for y'all. The next session I'll do is going to be Tomorrow, as I said, with Sin, Carrie, Elise, Leah, and Angela, 7 o'clock tomorrow, 7 p.m. And then Tuesday, 7 p.m. would be Chris, Candy, and Nicole. All right. So I will see y'all